true unemployment rate at 20%. So, how hard is it to find a job? Was June's horrible numbers, in which 467,000 people lost their jobs, compared to 345,000 in May, a one-time fluke? Or does it mean that all those Wall Street economists who believe the economic recovery is starting are dead wrong? This situation is actually worse than it seems. Over the years, the government has changed the way it counts the unemployed. An example of this is the criticized birth-death model, which was added in 2000. The model is designed to account for the start and end of businesses and the resultant lag in survey data or information. And unfortunately, the model doesn't work very well during economic contractions or recessions or depressions, whatever have you call it, and consistently overstates the number of jobs being created each month. In other words, it's not accurate. John Williams of Shadow Government Statistics specializes in removing these questionable tweaks to the government's statistical data to better align current numbers with the methodology used to gather historical data. After reviewing the information, Williams believes that the June jobs loss likely exceeded 700,000. The fall in the number of hours worked in June to a record low of 33 per week is equivalent to a loss of more than 800,000 jobs. And there are similar issues with the way the unemployment rate is measured. The headline rate only jumped from 9.4% to 9.5% because of a drop in the number of people in the workforce. But the more inclusive U6 measure of unemployment, which includes discouraged workers, jumped from 16.4% to 16.5%. But even this doesn't adequately capture the situation on the ground. Back in the Clinton administration, the definition of discouraged worker was changed to only include those that had given up looking for work because there were no jobs to be had within the last year. And by adding these people back in, Williams' SGS, alternate unemployment measure, rose to a terrible 20.6%. Separately, the Center for Labor Market Studies in Boston puts the U.S. unemployment rate at 18.2%. So any way you cut the numbers, the situation is very bad. And it's ongoing. It's still happening. 1 in 3 among the unemployed have been looking for a job for more than 6 months and still can't find one. This brings us to another issue: expiring unemployment benefits. Continuing unemployment claims fell 53,000 to 6.7 million last week. But some economists wonder how much of this decline is due to people exhausting their standard 26-week benefit. There is concern about what will happen when a significant share of out-of-work individuals benefits completely expire, because this could lead consumer spending to weaken, hence jeopardizing a very fragile recovery. And unless the economy starts getting traction very soon, which is a big if, we could face a situation where people find they have no job and no unemployment benefits. For these people, 2009 will feel somewhat like 1932, and as a result, spending cuts will be deep and dramatic. The ongoing job losses will continue to weigh on the retail sector. And these are more signs. And another coming crisis. The U.S. financial markets are about to come crashing down as a result of a potential $1 trillion collapse in the commercial real estate market, or crashing down some more. Another sign. And now, it's getting closer every day. The potential exists for not only $1 trillion worth of damage and defaults, but also a collapse of the banking system, a stock market crash, and soaring unemployment rates. The cracks in the foundation of the commercial real estate market are simply too deep. The commercial real estate collapse could cripple the markets. The potential damage, yes, of a catastrophic drop in commercial real estate values could easily total more than $1 trillion. And with a commercial real estate market currently valued at more than $6.5 trillion, this could be very bad. The collapse of the commercial real estate market could serve as a final death blow to the nation's banking system, which has nearly $2 trillion worth of exposure, and hurt the U.S. stock market even more, and effectively cripple the operating capacity of the Obama administration. Yes, this could be another blow to the belly of the banking sector. Some economists say we've just seen the tip of the iceberg so far. Commercial property values are in a free fall. And in fact, according to the Wall Street Journal, 4 years worth of gains in value have been wiped out since the beginning of 2008. And it's possible, yes possible, that property values could fall by as much as 50% from their peak. And vacancies are soaring. Add on to that, refinancing is not an option, because the vast majority of commercial real estate mortgages are designed differently than the mortgage you might typically use to buy a home. In most cases, commercial mortgages are actually designed to be refinanced after a period of 5 to 10 years. But because of the recession or depression, whatever you want to call it, banks have made the underwriting standards much more difficult these days. And again, there's something bigger going on here, something much more, and everything is connected. Everything that must change rapidly. For all these things that you see, there won't be left one stone not turned or unturned or broken down. And these are more signs of the end times transition days. The transition is ongoing. It's happening every day all around the world. And these are more signs.